a tutti, benvenuti in una nuova puntata di Radio Pellicano. Siamo Camilla Lodini di Quinta Alfa e Pietro Priotto di Quinta Alfa.
Sì.
Oggi vi portiamo un gruppo da Londra, i Wild Things. Abbiamo la cantante con noi. Welcome.
Hi, how you doing?
We're great, thank you. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Very good.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
No problem.
Thank you. Do you want to introduce a bit yourself and who you are and what you're doing?
Yeah, my name is Sids. I'm the lead singer and guitarist of a rock band called The Wild Things. We're from London. We love Italy, and we can't wait to see you guys again soon.
So do we.
So, how did you first get into music, and how did your music journey begin?
So I have been doing music with one of my brothers, Cam, who's the bassist in our band. For as long as I can remember, we grew up listening to music. Our parents are big music lovers as well. And when I was about 18 years old, I met Rob doing a show with Pete Townsend from The Who. And we just became kind of this trio, just making music for fun. And it gradually progressed into a career kind of by accident. And then our drummer Pete joined, who's one of our best friends. And yeah, we kept playing shows and we were very determined to get our music out. And The Who became big fans. So we supported them on some shows, and we did an album with Pete Townsend, which isn't out yet, but it will be soon. And yeah, then over the last couple of years, we've kind of really been out seeing the world, playing shows, and obviously having a lot of fun while we do it. A little family unit. So yeah.
Well, that's great. And how did you get to meet Pete Townsend? How did it all happen?
So I was actually I'm an actress as well, and Rob, our guitarist, he is an actor, and we both auditioned for a stage show called Quadrophenia, which was a stage production retelling of the Who's album Quadrophenia, and we both got parts in it, and we toured the UK doing that for about 8 months back in 2009, so many years ago. And me and Rob, whilst the show was happening, fell in love. And yeah, that's when we started to make music together. And we just sent Pete Townsend our music because obviously he's a genius and we wanted his opinion. And he got back to us and he said he loved it. And yeah, that's how we started making music with him.
And can I ask why your influences and your favorite artists? I mean, the Who's are one of them. But...
Yeah, obviously the Who. You know, we always struggle with that question because we're all so different. I grew up, I was like a little emo kid, we call them. So I was listening to like Fall Out Boy, My Chemical Romance, bands like that. Rob is quite different. He likes, at the moment, I know he's listening to a lot of Tyler, the Creator. Cam was very influenced by the Beach Boys. Our drummer, I think he loves Aerosmith a lot. As for my influences now, it sort of changes all the time. I wouldn't say I have favorite artists. I more have kind of favorite songs. I don't even know who I'm listening to at the moment. It's a whole mishmash, like at playlists. But usually more kind of rock stuff, or, you know, a lot of old playlists. I'm listening to a lot of 80s music at the moment. Some Tears for Fears and stuff like that.
Okay, great. And you just finished a European tour opening for Dirty Honey.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find it? How did you find this experience?
It was phenomenal. It was our first ever European tour. We've only done the UK and America so far. So to get to do that, it was a dream come true. We love Europe. It was brilliant. I think we did 20 shows in 26 days and 11 countries. So it was very full on. But you know, we got back, we had a week off, and then we wanted to do it again straight away. You know, aside from getting to play a show every night, getting to explore places we hadn't seen before and such beautiful countries was such a treat. Even if it was cold, we had such a good time. We miss it very much already.
And what can I ask? What's your favorite thing about playing live? What because for example, we played obviously. We played together some few times, and I personally really like it. But I think that playing in front of a lot of crowd and a lot of people must be incredible. So can you tell us a bit about the emotions that?
Yeah, I think for me, my favorite thing of playing live is, aside from getting to share my, you know, the songs that we've written, and our emotions, is you never know what's going to happen. You never know how people are going to react. Usually it's very good, luckily, but I think it's always a surprise, and getting to share something that's so special to yourself with other people is always very cathartic and very very special. You get to share so many emotions with the people you're doing it in front of, and music really brings people together. I don't think it matters what genre, you know, people will always love music and love to see music. So it's very much about, my favorite thing is getting to share it with other people and seeing how they react, and again, never knowing what's going to happen, especially when you have a guitarist in the band like Rob, who usually by the end of the show is climbing on the ceiling or he's halfway across the crowd. You never know where he's going to be. So I think it's the surprise element and seeing people's faces and seeing how much they hopefully enjoy it, which so far they have.
Well, I was gonna ask you if it matched your expectations, but I think you kind of answered.
Yeah,
already.
you guys are crazy. That was our favorite thing about touring Europe, was the difference in the crowd to what we've experienced before. I feel like the audiences out there really don't hold back, and you know, they're really excited to see something live and energetic in front of them, and you guys really match the energy that we bring to the stage, which is always so exciting for us. Much more exciting than, you know, if you're playing a show to a bunch of people sitting down. So yeah, you guys were all incredible. Again, we had the best time.
What was your favorite show? Be very careful about the answer.
I promise I'm going to be careful. I legitimately, our two favorite shows were Rome and Milan.
Yes.
I've missed the
Milan.
Milan show because I was here, so I'm really.
Milan was our favorite venue by far. And I think that night was the turning point in the tour for us, where it was the first time on stage I don't remember having to think about a single thing I was doing, because I was just having so much fun. It was just such a riot. And then I think it was the next day that we were in Rome. And again, it was the same thing, the energy and the excitement. And yeah, you just didn't have to think about what you were playing, because everybody just was so stoked to be there and to be seeing it all. So yeah, Rome and Milan for sure.
I could feel that you were having so much fun.
Yeah.
The energy was
Absolutely.
incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, it really was. And then, you know, we got to meet a lot of you guys at the merch stand afterwards, and you guys, you just want to have a good time. I mean, people were buying us beers. That never happens in the UK. It was great. It was so great. Yeah. And that's my honest answer. I promise. I'm not lying. Every single member of the band will agree with me as well.
And when you write a song, what are what's the process of writing a song? You start from the music, from the lyrics?
I would say usually it will start with a riff, a guitar riff or something like that, and then we'll just kind of sit in a room, play around with it, and something will come from there. But sometimes a lyric will come first, just a phrase or something short, maybe a sentence or two, and something will be built around there. But we're kind of one of those groups where we always have something cooking. We always have a bit of a song somewhere that we can refer back to and pick up again. But I think usually it starts with a melody, a guitar riff, something like that, and then we'll go from there.
Thank you. And do you have any projects for the time to come, for the future?
Yes, yeah, we have a lot going on. We are going on tour with Kiss in June.
I think it's going to be the last tour, maybe.
They've said that.
They've said that. I've read an article.
Whether that's I mean, I don't know. We did the Kiss cruise with them too last year over Halloween, and they said that would be their last Kiss cruise, and I don't think it is. So I don't know. You never know with Kiss. They always seem to come back. But yeah, we're going on tour with them in the summer. And right now we're working on something very special with another artist that I can't say too much about right now, but I will say you will not expect it. It's a surprise.
Yes, no, I'm curious.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll see. We'll see.
You will.
And,
you will see.
How do you put together your interest in music, your career as musicians with your career as actors?
I think they feed into one another. They're both very creative jobs. I think the good thing for me as a musician, or the music side of it, is that I get to kind of call the shots on that one because it's my music. You know, I wrote that, whereas acting, you're performing somebody else's script usually. But they definitely feed into one another. A lot of the jobs I've done acting wise, a lot of them have music in them, which is always a lot of fun. So I've had jobs where I get to take my guitar in and play and sing on camera. In terms of quite literally balancing them, you know, you get to work around each one. Acting is usually done in kind of short bursts. And you can always write music wherever you are in the world. But so far, and fingers crossed it stays that way, they haven't clashed. So yeah, I hope it stays that way. But we always find a way to make it work. I love acting, but I will say I find music a lot more freeing, you know, a lot more fun. You can release a lot of emotions with music that you maybe can't so much with acting, but I still love them both.
Great. And I know that there are different opinions on music industry. What do you have any opinion on that?
What do you mean in terms of like how difficult it is, or
Yes,
what?
I know of bands that pulled back, that went away from the music industry because they did not like the ambience and the pressure and every.
It's a difficult one, I think, because I'm very blessed in my band because I'm with my husband and my brother and my best friend in my band, you know, so I'm quite sheltered in terms of people that I interact with. And if there's people that we don't like, I've got this group around me where, you know, there's love constantly, or I can really be honest with, and I don't have to kind of hold back on my feelings. But at the same time, the genre of music we do, which is rock music, is very male dominated. So it can be difficult in certain circles. I think nowadays it's getting better. We're in 2023, you know, we got to be treated as equals. It's a difficult industry, the music industry, and it can be a struggle. But I think if you have the determination and the willpower to stick with it, and to how to put this nicely, to not put up with anybody's ignorance. You know, you can get places, you can make a name for yourself. You just have to be determined and very headstrong and try and not let it beat you down, because people will try, and people will give opinions that you're not going to like, but you know, keep powering forward. And also, it's really important to give yourself mental health days and checks, and to make sure that you don't let people get you down, because it's, like I said, it's very easy. But again, I think if you surround yourself with the right people and have determination, you can push through. You just got to get yourself in the right headspace. It can be hard, but just believe in yourself.
And what's your I don't know how to say it in English because it's a bit difficult. Concept, like your relationship with past music, while writing new music, while playing new music, because I think that some new bands, some especially in all genres like rock music, I listen to them and I cannot just listen other bands sound recreated. And
yeah,
how do you think you can be like create new music which is something new, something good and original, while remembering the past music?
I think it's very important for when you're writing music, if you want to create something different, to not stick your like, don't keep listening to just one genre or one band. You know, it's very important to get your influences from all over the place. Like I said, that's kind of why we write the style that we do, because we all listen to such different types of music, like Cam with the Beach Boys, me with kind of older music, like, or sorry, not older, but you know, like emo music, if you want to call it that, or Rob likes a lot of rap music. It If you get your influences from lots of different places, I think there's more chance maybe of originality. But the likelihood is, like, everybody in the world can write songs now, right? And show them to the world with the platforms that we have. So always, you might even accidentally write something that sounds very similar to a song that was written and released 30-40 years ago. That's inevitable. But I think the key to it is just not I think the phrase is pigeonholing yourself into one genre or one artist when you're listening and trying to get inspiration. You know, really branch out, listen to a lot of different stuff, listen to a lot of different lyrics. And I think also writing from experience is really important. I think you can always tell with songs when they're not written from experience. I think that's my opinion. I don't know if I'm necessarily right, but
I agree with you.
yeah, I think if you're writing from the heart and from your own feelings, that will also really come out. And also, I would say, don't worry about trying to recreate something ever, or don't be worried that you might accidentally. Just write and keep writing. And it's like anything, it's like a muscle. It gets stronger and it gets better the more you do it. It's the same as singing. You know, that's a muscle. You got to work at it to get it stronger. So I think the key is to keep writing and listen to a lot of different stuff, for more originality, I think. I hope that made sense.
Thank you.
Well,
Hai altre domande?
sono a posto così?
So thank you very much for this opportunity, because
No
I
problem.
think that we're in the final year. So
Congratulations.
thank you. So it may be my last interview in the school radio, and I think it's going to be it has been a great interview, so I'm really happy about it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I hope that when you leave and you go on to massive things, you come back and interview us again when you're working for
I would love to do that.
Yes,
working
I
for
would love to do that.
the big radio stations and magazines and stuff.
So
And the next shows you're going to play for us, we will both be there this time.
Even with the flu.
Yes, absolutely.
Live
Well,
or dead.
yeah, don't make yourself more sick, but give us an Instagram message and we'll buy you guys a beer this time as a thank you.
Thank you very much. So bye and have a good day.
Thank you so much, you
Thank
guys.
you so
Take
much.
care.
Ecco, ciao a tutti, è finita questa intervista di Radio Pellicano, un po' particolare perché insomma un ospite un po' particolare. L'ospite che ha detto il suo nome molto velocemente all'inizio si chiama Sydney Ray White ed è la cantante e frontman del gruppo inglese Wild Things, che sono diventati molto famosi ultimamente per aver aperto anche band importanti come gli Who o i Kiss. Hanno appena ultimato un tour europeo, come ha raccontato lei durante la puntata, e quindi niente, continuate a seguirci su YouTube, su Instagram e ringraziamo Ada, il nostro tecnico, il preside e il professor Simonini. Grazie a tutti.